Hello again, my name is Ardi Asten. Today's topic is hatching of a virgin queen from the cell and how she turned into a mated queen. There are several options for facilitating young queens' mating flight and maturation. Special mating colonies, nucleus colonies, or full colonies. As I explained in previous lesson about queen rearing, my objective is to let the queen hatch into an environment of the bees. I avoid incubators. It means that we have to place the ripe queen cells into a hive, where the queen hatches and from where she starts to nuptial flight on 14th till 15th day after hatching. So several options. The most common place is using the special mating hives. The downside of mating hive is the low amount of bees that fits into such hive. When the first queen has been mated using such hive, the worker bees have grown old and can take proper care to the next hatching queen. Additionally, the system has to be fine-tuned. Young mated queen cannot stay in such hive longer than a week or the small hive shall be full of eggs, and young queen is forced to stop laying. Such forced gap in laying has negative impact on the queen. The queen becomes defective. Next option is to use nucleus colonies. This is what I do, and I will show it to you. I use a 6-frame nucleus hive, and we start the nucleus on 3 frames. Third option is to use a full colony for queen hatching and mating. It works the best when we do it in July. We remove the old queen directly before introducing the ripe queen cell, and all the rest takes place in such full colony. This creates a 10 to 15 days a brood break in the colony, and this is a good thing. Brood break means also breaking the development of varroa mite population. Mites lose one generation. This imitates the natural brood break, which appears in the colony after swarming. I consider this a natural approach. How do I create a nucleus colony? I use 6 frames, 6 built combs. We take from the full colony 1 comb with honey and 2 combs of caped brood with the bees of the combs. We have to create the proper amount of bees in the nucleus. We have to be careful not to move the full colony's queen into the nuc. First, the honeycomb. Check for the queen. Now let's search for the caped brood combs. Also honey, don't need any more. This is open brood. Well, here's the queen. We place the queen to the other side. And now we can take from here. Do you see it? Caped brood, pretty one. Caped brood, more or less. The workers are already hatching from here. We replace the removed combs with empty build combs. Queen can start laying into these combs right away, and the impact on this colony is low. Maybe we even help to avoid swarming fever. Let's back it up. And so the nucleus colony has been created. One frame of honey and 2 combs with caped brood. When the young bees hatch from these 2 brood combs, the hive shall be basically full of bees. Now we just have to add the queen. From this colony we can take and have to take a ripe queen cell. I use this piece of veneer to which the cell cup is attached to place the cell between the combs or push it into a side of the comb. The same applies when we place queen cell into a full colony. We just place the queen cell between the combs and there the queen hatches, and from here she starts to nuptial flight. In 10 to 15 days she should be mated. We just have to check the situation and the colony has a new young queen. The cells have been introduced and let's assume and hope that they mate well. The cells we introduced into the full colony or into the nucleus are on their right spot. The queens that hatch and mate there can start laying eggs on full power or as much as the workers allow them. The mating nucleus is full of eggs in a week. We have to remove the queen from here, place her in a cage and move to a destination colony. This colony has to accept the new queen and we have to check if the queen has been accepted. If the colony didn't accept the queen, we have to give it a next new queen. If we rear queens for sale, it's very convenient to take the queen from mating nuc, cage her and hand over to customer. But if we do it for ourselves, it's easier, cheaper and more beneficial to place the queen cell right into its destination colony, where the hatching queen should spend the rest of her life. This is my experience. Thank you for listening. Follow our other lessons. See you again. If you have any questions or suggestions about the content of the video, leave a comment. If you want to see more of our activities, please like and subscribe.